So back at John and Kerry's, let's they're not outside, so we'll give a knock on the door and see where they are and what's going on. Alright mate.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up?
I've just come to see you.
Oh,
Have you
what do you want?
have you got any tomatoes?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah. Why?
Oh, it's alright. Lob a bit of bacon in the pan then and do us a bacon and
For your
tomato.
bacon sausage and tomato sandwich.
Right, John, before you go any further, would you like to explain what you did with your diesel heater install?
Right, well what I've done is I've been watching a couple of people on YouTube who have underslung their diesel heaters, which I thought was a good idea because it gives us a bit more space internally. So I have made an aluminium box. I fitted the diesel heater. What I haven't done, which is what a lot of people do, is they tend to basically put an air vent through the back for the airflow. I haven't done that because I've seen a couple of people do that and it looks like it's caused them nothing but aggravation. And not only that, this part here is a 75mm diameter pipe, and at the back the air intake is an 80mm diameter pipe. So I've decided, because I've seen a couple of people do it, and what another person's done is he wanted to draw the cold air in from inside of his camper. So what I've done is I've left it. I aren't going to do that, and what I'm going to do is when the floor goes down, and then I'm going to put a top over it. I'm then going to put my 25mm insulation and then another floor, but I'm going to cut 2 air vent holes which will draw the cold air in from the van, yeah, and then obviously the warm air will be coming back in. So that's what I've decided to do. So all this is a watertight aluminium box basically.
And this is one sheet of metal, yeah?
This is one sheet of metal. There's a couple of ways of doing it. There's a complicated way of doing it and there's an easy way of doing it. I mean, basically what I did is I cut the shape out, and then I scored it and folded it, and then I put some angle iron and riveted it in the corners. I'm gonna seal these corners because they're the only corners that are open, but the floor, this part of it isn't. That's all one piece of aluminium. So I'm gonna seal these corners, and then when the floor goes down, I'm just gonna pop rivet this into the chassis at the moment. That's what I'm doing now. But then when the floor goes down, before the floor goes down, I'm going to Sikaflex it all the way around here so that becomes a solid airtight seal. And then the floor will go down, the floor will get permanently fixed to the chassis, and job's a good one. Right. So that's what I've been doing today. Yesterday I've managed to get the wheel arches, the inner wheel arches all tack welded in and done, so they're now done. And then we managed, if you look up, Graham, we managed to get all the remaining part of the ceiling down. All the electrics of the original bus are still in place, so I'm gonna remove them slowly. I'm gonna trace them all back to where they all come from, because I don't want to make the mistake a friend of mine did, which is he's just chopped wires off and then realised he'd chopped wires off that he shouldn't have chopped off.
There's no need to go into that. No. We can just skip over that.
So that's what we've managed to get done over the last couple of days. But as you can see outside, we've got about three inches of snow, which isn't good. But here I'm inside.
Can't really see outside.
I'm inside now, so it's not a problem. And just on a health and safety issue, last week whilst I was doing some work and the floor wasn't down, this is the first level floor, by the way. This is 13mm marine ply, which is getting undersealed before it gets permanently fixed. Once it's permanently fixed, it'll probably get another coat. I'll go under it again and give it another coat, but that's marine ply. But don't make the mistake, on a health and safety note, don't make the mistake I made which is I slipped through one of the bars last week and fell about 28 inches, and I've managed to put a hole in the leg here.
Can we look?
Do you want to see the hole
Yeah,
in the leg?
did it, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did
On
it
a
hurt?
scale of 1 to 10, I had Tourette's. I've had Tourette's, and I know I'm not allowed to swear on YouTube, but I had Tourette's. Excuse me, but
I can't look because it's wrong way. You're going to have to come to this side so I can get...
Let me come over here. So like I say, on a health and safety issue, these are my pyjamas, by the way. These are my pyjamas.
He's got his pyjamas on doing the van.
Because it's cold outside.
Oh.
But I said it.
That's nasty.
It's a big gash in my leg. I mean, it just opened up.
Yeah.
And it's really painful. So on a health and safety note, if you're working on your van and it ain't got a floor in, be very, very, very careful. And don't do what I did. So that's my health and safety tip for this
Well, I'm
week.
only sorry I missed that.
Well, I'm sorry you missed it, Graham, because, you know, I go back to years gone by. In 2002, you had an Arbeco and I had a Mercedes.
Yeah.
And do you remember when you asked me to do some welding for you? he says, John, do me a favour, will you weld me a tow bar onto my van? I went, yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm under his van and I'm welding away. And he says, oh, by the way, John, he says, do you know you're on fire? I went, oh, well, thanks for letting me know. You know, a friend would have put me out, but he just let me know that I'm on fire. He didn't bother patting me down, or, putting me out. He just let me know I'm on fire. So with friends like Graham, who needs enemies? So yeah, that's what we managed to get done. This is what we managed to get done this week. So yeah, cracking on.
And both the wheel arches are done now, yeah?
Both wheel arches are welded in, sealed. Job's a good one. So like I say, I'm working on that. Over the next couple of days, I'm gonna put a feed into my diesel tank. As you all know, when you buy one of these heaters, they come with a separate tank. I haven't got a boot to put it in, and I really didn't want to be filling the diesel inside anywhere. So I've decided to tap into my diesel tank, because I've got 2 diesel tanks. I've got one at either side. So I'm going to tap into this side diesel tank. And that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to get that done tomorrow, so that's sorted. And I'm going to work on looking at the next plan of action. This weekend, all the insulation boards come in, so I'm going to leave that to Kerry. I'm going to let Kerry crack on with that. She can do that, and I'm going to I'm looking at possibly starting on fabricating the roof rack over the next week or so. That's my next plan, while Kerry's inside doing all the insulation. And once she's done that, then it'll be a case of getting all the electrics in situ, where, you know, get an electric plan together where all the wires are going to go, and I'll work on the roof rack. So yeah, still cracking on, even though it's cold, but we're still cracking on, and all being well, in the next month or so, I would say. I'll say a month, because I know last week I said 2 weeks. Yeah. But I will say a month.
To be a bit more precise than that for my subscribers, because you can't just waffle out any old rubbish.
Well, I'll try not to, but over the next month or so, I think hopefully the roof rack should be on, insulation will be in, and hopefully we should be starting to put some fixings together, all being well. But weather permitting, and obviously availability of whatever we need to purchase to crack on with the job. So
you've got both wheel arches in now. We'll go over that again. So that wheel arch is there, and the other one's there, but Kerry's just got that board because we're painting that. She's painting that board with under seal. That's the one going on the outside of the floor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then there'll be 25mm of insulation, and then what, another 13mm of...
There's 25mm insulation going on top of this marine ply.
Yeah.
And then there'll be an 11mm ply, just normal, decent ply, not marine ply going on top of that.
Yeah.
And that'll insulate all the floor.
Yeah.
And it'll keep it nice and warm and cosy.
And we'll get into more detail about this diesel heater as he goes on, so we'll show you what I mean, how he gets access to it. We'll I'll film more of that as it goes on. I can't film it yet because obviously it's not done. That's as far as we've got to go before this video goes out. So we'll get more into that as it comes along. But for now, that's the basic idea of it. Just putting it in a tray. And will the old tray lift out of this then?
This tray?
Yeah.
No, that's going to be permanently fixed onto the shelf.
But you can still get at the bolts.
But I can still get access to it.
Yeah, because they're down there, aren't they? So
well, look, if you point your camera here, Graham. Yeah. If you point your camera here, there's a hole there.
Everything looks purple. I'm sorry if this looks purple, by the way. It must be the tint on the windows.
As you can see, there's a hole there.
Yeah.
When this floor goes back down, that'll give you access.
Yeah.
This hole will give you access to the diesel heater. And then what happens is then this piece of wood,
yeah,
will go on top of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a 25mm insulation going on top of there, and then the next floor will go on top of it. But this panel will be able to lift out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can get access should there be any issues
with the heater.
With the heater, as you know.
And your pump, where's your pump going to go then?
The pump's going outside.
Right.
I'm going to put a pump outside. Obviously, the exhaust and the air inflow is outside.
Yeah.
They're the three things, and your filter, obviously.
And you're going to upgrade the filter.
I'm
and you're going to
upgrading the filter. I'm upgrading the diesel feed pipe.
Yeah.
I'm upgrading the clamps for the exhaust because the ones that come with these, as everybody knows, they're a bit.
They're rubbish.
Yeah, they're not very good. So yeah. So and then on the other good bit of news is the water tanks are in the process of being fabricated. So all being well in the next 2 weeks, they should be here, and all being well, I'll be getting them fitted. So yeah, moving forward.
And just to show you the diesel tanks, there's one under here. I can't show you now, but I think I've got footage of that, so I'll put it on the next video. And there's one at the other side. John's going to clip it. Is it this one you're going into?
No, I'm going to feed it into this one.
You're going to go into this one,
I'm going to feed it
which makes sense because it's nearer.
Yeah, because it's nearer, and I'm only going to need maximum 1.5 meters, 2 meters worth of new piping.
Yeah.
But I'll show you the videos of that. It's an easy job, to be honest with you. It's not that difficult to do. So, for those that are interested in doing that, you only have to go on Tinternet, and I'm sure you'll find other people doing it. It's not difficult to do.
Yeah.
If you know how to use a hammer and a spanner.
And it's all blacked out, ready for the boards now. So you got no. Really then, the only work is now is your wheel arches outside and your...
Can't do that with the outside until the weather gets above 10 degrees because obviously there's all the filling to do and sanding to do and obviously the bus is going to get painted, so that'll have to wait until the weather cheers up a little bit. But like I say, I'm going to hopefully in next week's all being well, I'm going to look at trying to crack on with... And
what you're using for this underseal, and this is just spray underseal, that what I've just touched and put a finger mark on it.
Heavy duty underseal. It's basically a product that you can buy, obviously on Tinternet. It's durable, high impact protective coating against corrosion, water, stones and salt.
Oh, good.
So it's the B's and E's.
Yeah, so that's it. Really looking nice. We'll come back later in the week when there's sun belting through the window. It's been snowing all week and now I've got the camera out. It's decided to get sunny and spoil the footage.
Well, sun always shines on the righteous.
Floor's now down.
First fix floor down. And as you can see, basically now I can get access. This is now being riveted in onto the main chassis, so that's solid, it ain't going anywhere. The plan of action is that goes back in, and when the floor is all sikaflexed in and all bolted down properly, then we're going to put a 25mm insulation on top of this one, and then 25mm insulation right throughout the floor of the bus, and then there'll be another 11mm ply going on top of that. And once that's done, then basically this will be an access point to getting into my diesel heater. Obviously I'm going to put a little handle on it, and then I'll just, basically you'll have it something like that for argument's sake.
And where's the vent going to come out of then?
And the vent is going to come out of this area here. Yep.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be the bed area around this area here. So the vent will come out and it'll come and it'll face this way, so the heat will be going that way. I will put 2 air vents in here so that the cold air from the van will be drawn in here through the diesel heater and out as warm air to warm the van up. Job's a good one.
We're back at John and Kerry's. We've now come on a little bit, so we'll have a quick catch up and we'll explain exactly what they've done. See there, look, that's where their LPG tank goes. Now got them fitted on bolts that won't spin. If he ever needs to take it off outside, he can pretty much take it out without the worry, because there's insulation to go on here. There's 25mm insulation and then another floor to go on top, so you won't actually see these when he gets to that point. And if he needs them out, it could cause a problem. So they've done it so that they can unscrew them now without these spinning, which is a good idea. It's not the same thing on mine, because mine, I can pretty much take mine out and mine won't turn anyway, because there was sunk in the floor, if you remember. Over here, the diesel tank, one of the diesel pillar tanks they've got is now tapped his diesel heater into this, which is solid. So that'll just go, we're just waiting for a bit of piping to come, and he's going to put that across to the diesel heater, which is now just under there, and I'll show you that. Flooring is down permanently, so that's got that done. To gain access to the diesel heater, they're going to put a handle on this. It's not down at the minute, but this will remove, and there you see the diesel heater, which is now nicely set in there. Now we'll go into more how they fitted this and how it goes along when they get it permanently done. All looking tidy, real easy access. Should they ever need it out, then they've got real easy access. This is only a seating area is going to go across here, so there's plenty of room to get in that. They don't have to undo anything from the outside apart from the 4 10mm bolts, what they'll probably just have to put a spanner on should they need to get into it. Really good idea. I wish I'd done mine like that, and if I ever have to have my diesel heater out, then that is, I will consider putting it in a box in there. Yeah, that's that. So that one's plumbing into that over there, that tank over there. They're going to do that in the next few days as soon as the piping comes, and we'll probably boot this diesel heater up just to make sure everything's okay with it. So once this floor is finished and that piece has actually gone down, we're then going to insulate the floor, put the 25mm down, put the top floor on, and then all the rest will start to get the insulation in. We've already got it, so it's ready to go. It's just that it's that cold at the minute. It's just a sort of -3 at the minute, so it's not very pleasant to work in. You can see this because it's all painted black now, and it's not giving me an easy time filming. But this is a stud bar they've used to come through. This goes through to the floor inside. And what's going to happen in here is this is where the tanks are going to fit now. They've got a good, what, 12 inches? I reckon it's 12 inch deep. And this is what the water tanks will sit on. They'll then screw these up to hold them in place. Access to the water tanks will be given in the side. I can't really show you that because it is a bit dark. I'm hoping you can see this footage, but that's basically where the tanks will fit on. And once they're all secured up, that's the water tanks. It'll be really easy to get out. All they have to do is undo this should they ever need the water tanks out. And it's a simple way, and this is the same way that I fitted mine. Mine are also on stud, which goes through all the chassis on mine and hangs on that. So they've kept to that idea because it's worked on mine, so there's no reason it wouldn't work on this one. Ooh, I've got paint on my hand. And that's just an update of the back. Once the water tanks have been delivered, then we'll get into this more, and I'll show you exactly how they're going to fit them. Now they are going down the road of a river water tank and a fresh water tank, the same as I have, because I just feel that using the fresh water for your shower and your washing dishes is just a use you know, it's just using up all your water that you could be drinking. And if you're well out the way, or you know, you want to stay somewhere for a long time, then to me that's what it's all about. But yeah, looking really good. I'm hoping you can make out this footage all right. I'll try and brighten it up. I'm afraid I just haven't got my light again, so I can't really go in there and do any more than this. The arches have now come, so we'll get that done in the next few days. LPG tank has now been, you see it's masked off, ready for painting. The top is done. They're going to paint the rest of the LPG tank in the next couple of days. It's just a bit too cold for painting anything, so it's taking ages to dry and stuff like that. We haven't put any connection pipes on this tank whatsoever, so I will go through that as soon as we get to that stage. That's it for this video this week. I will don't forget that thumbs up, please. It really does help the analytics. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks even more if you've subscribed to the channel. There will be more coming very soon now. We should be updating something every week. I want to show you a couple of updates from my van, which I'll do in the next few days. And they'll probably go out on a Sunday sometime when we haven't been able to get much further with this. We are waiting for a few bits and bobs coming now, so I don't know how long that's going to be, but we'll crack on. This will be quite quick now we can get on with it. Once now the floor's down, we shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever. We can really start to always be able to do something, so that'll be coming up in the next few videos. A few updates on man, so don't forget to subscribe. Please give the video that thumbs up, because we really need the analytics to get moving. And we'll see you on the next one.